Long ago in 1990, a war broke out between the Indians and Americans. It lasted 8 years until the Indians launched nuclear bombs onto America. Over 50,000 people were killed. The Indians were successful in killing President George Bush and destroying the White House, House of Representatives, and the Senate. Somehow the Americans were victorious, and the leader of the U.S. Army, 43-year-old Jonathan Severo, was given the reward of taking the place of George Bush. Later on May 15, 1998, Everest Severo was born. A tower made from a rare source called goldrum, a rare and hardened substance that glows by the touch of the hand, was built to watch over America from the state of California. They called this building the Triplex. Word spread that the president was nothing but a drunken fool, and so protests began. Jonathan sent soldiers towards these protesters to have them captured, ultimately failing to do so. Electricity in the Triplex started going out. Thus, they needed a new type of power source. Soon they found a rare star known as the ventriloquial Odysseus. A powerful being soul merged together with a rare star and a rare constellation in the cosmos. Thus, Project Vendroid had begun. A rocket equipped with a hatch to capture the Vendroid was launched in the direct line of sight of the star. The launch and catch were both successful. Now all was needed was to hook it up to all of their power infrastructures. They caged the Vendroid in a gold-drum shell below the surface, so it could stay locked away forever. Wires glow in the darkness as they suck the power from the emblem. 15 years later, Everest, now a teenager with a beautiful lady, Beth, but with a darkened heart caused by his abusive, racist, and paranoid father, John, on the other hand, remained a crooked man with a crooked empire. Everest had a choice: live with his father in the Triplex or live in an apartment with Beth. Everest didn't want to upset his father, nor did he want to upset Beth. So, Everest made a promise. He'd FaceTime his father every one day each weekend, and promised to keep his word. Beth and Everest lived in an old apartment. No wallpaper, lots of scratches. Things went very well until Jonathan never answered Everest's calls. Everest was furious. His father had broken his promise with Everest. Everest ran towards the Triplex. He trips and falls onto the radiated ground. Suddenly his arms, legs, and right side of his face begin to burn and melt off. He nearly perished. He woke up in a hospital bed with surgeons cheering and crying with joy. He was alive, and yet he felt dead. He was now a cyborg-like creature. You could barely recognize him. He passed down his body. He seems to be fine. His arms, legs, and right side of his face feel metallic. He's relieved by escape.